Everyone is like, what do I need to do to balance my hormones? And here's the catch: balance your hormones naturally. All right, guys, you know I'm an integrative physician. You know I love merging Eastern and Western medicine together. We're going to break this down by merging medicine and finding answers that work. And some of them are unfortunately or fortunately very, very simple. All right, conventional medicine. You go in saying, I have a hormone problem. Guess what you get? You either get an IUD, you get these guys, birth control pills, maybe a patch, maybe even a pellet of hormones injected under your skin to help balance your hormones. What do I say to all of that? And here's why. Hormones, whenever we're not balancing them and we're just sort of giving a synthetic or even a big dose of any type of hormone, we're actually messing with the body's own biorhythm. We're creating a dirty liver, and it's all leading to more issues down the road. Conventional medicine says this. I say no. I say there's an easier way to go about this. There's a more natural way to go about this, and I'm going to break it down for you right now. First of all, what's the foundation for all hormone balance? Getting a good night's sleep. I've lived this one personally. After months, years of doing shift work, my hormones went out of whack really quickly. So we know Chinese medicine tells us we need to be in bed by at least 11 o'clock, sleeping all the way through to at least 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's what allows for natural hormone balance and optimal health overall. So getting a good night's sleep, I would say, is the foundation. If you're not doing that, it's hard to make everything else work. And then we're back to getting Band-Aids to cover up your hormone imbalances. All right, after sleep, what do we do next? Well, here's rule number one. We've got to increase the protein. I've got 2 sources of protein here, but we have to make sure it's around 4 to 6 ounces every 4 hours or so. Some of us are eating too much. Some of us are simply eating too little, but getting protein keeps insulin levels nice and stable, keeps blood sugar where it needs to be, which keeps the rest of the hormone family nice and happy. Next, we want to make sure we're getting good healthy fats. I love walnuts for those omega-3 fats. We have chia seeds here, flax seeds, all great sources of healthy fats. Olive oil as well helps with hormone balance. It actually plays a role in estrogen and estrogen metabolism. So getting in maybe a tablespoon of olive oil a day, a quarter little cup here of avocados, slicing those up on your favorite salads or treats, adding in a handful of nuts, a tablespoon of maybe ground flax seeds or chia seeds, all great ways to get the healthy fat in. And why is fat so important? Because the building block, if you look at the pathway, the building block for all hormones is cholesterol. So if we're not getting enough fat, if you grew up in the fat-free era like me, we were doing ourselves a disservice by simply avoiding fat when we need it for hormone balance, not to mention healthy hair and skin. Okay, what else can we do to keep our hormones balanced naturally? Well, we've got to ditch some stuff, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got to ditch sugar and salt, bring those levels down considerably. Those really, truly do impact insulin regulation of all our different hormones. I've got salt here, and even when it's sea salt and even when it's Himalayan salt, pink salt, name your salt, it's still too much salt is salt, all right? Just like too much sugar. Doesn't matter the type, too much sugar is sugar. We have to ditch processed foods and packaged foods. Anytime you get something and you have this many ingredients on the box, that you don't even need to know what they are. You know it's too many. Just ditch it. It's not going to help your hormones. Our diet sodas. I used to love this when I was going through residency in med school. Trust me, I know how good it tastes. I know how addictive it is too. But the chemicals in here, here's the list again, they will impact your hormones, your gut health, and lead to an unhealthy level of hormones and hormone instability. So again, frozen packaged foods, what's the problem with those? Even when they're healthy, well, they have too much salt, right? Look at any packaged food, even the healthiest foods that are coming in, and a single entree of a healthy frozen meal of some kind is averaging around 600 to 800 milligrams of sodium. The amount that we really should be having on any given day, under 1,500 milligrams, all right? So really trying to balance hormones begins with sleep, moves to food. After food, trying to get rid of the unhealthy foods. There is so much progress with maybe 30 to 60 days of consistency just with those couple of steps that brings your hormones into balance in a very natural way.